This is Allison Hunt, and this is my fourth novel, Starset 158, also known as Colony 5. This is Chapter 19, Fresh Air. After some time, no one had returned. So she came up from the bottom of Manaki and came to address King Katama. Sale had left a long time ago to fight someone or some robot and never returned. Katama was kind to her, and she needed it. She still wanted to find AK and Jeremy, but she didn't have the slightest clue where they were. They could be anywhere. So she stayed in Manaki in case her son came back. Katama gave Lily many things for her art, but he stayed very far away from her. Unlike Gonza, she felt much better here, and she came back to life. She painted, sang, played piano, and wrote. Her sorrow was healing, even if it was healing slowly. She at least was given a small sliver of hope, even if it could disappear at any time. Katama liked Lily immensely. He gave her a lot of space because he was proper. He would peek in sometimes to look at something she painted or listen to something she sang, but gave her much more privacy than the Gonza did. Why don't you just talk to her? We all know you have a crush on her. Most of us do too, actually. She makes you happy, and that's a breath of fresh air. You've been much nicer and calmer since she's been here. And you never seem to stop joking about it either. Yeah, sometimes we rag on you, but we kind of like her too, and she probably wouldn't be safe if you hadn't done anything at all. I feel everybody hates me for it. She looks happy, and she hasn't tried to leave. Yet, she's still dangerous, very dangerous. You're still on orders to subdue her powers, but only if she gets out of hand. She doesn't seem out of hand right now. Her whole life has been very strange, and you, sir, are her first comfort. What she has is comforting because of you. She's happy and has the hand of your protection now. Katama started allowing her to take walks in the forest with his most skilled warriors. Nothing bad ever happened, and Cameron had fried her microchips. After a while, he let them take her to the ocean. She loved the ocean. They practically had to drag her out of the water on warm days. She never used her powers to fight them, and she knew if she resisted, she wouldn't get to keep going outside, so she did what they wanted. The black hole was getting closer, and they were preparing to leave on their own colony ship when the time came. She offered to help them gather and build their new ships, but as helpful as Lily could be with her powers, Katama would not allow it. Why not? I can lift and program things. I might as well be helpful, Lily asked Koa, Katama's second in command. They tease him about you, and you make his sons nervous. Is that why he doesn't talk to me? Exactly. He's very proper. That's why he stays clear of you. But that's also why he doesn't want you working with the others. But I'm helpful. I can help all of us, she insisted. And Koa sighed. One of his sons tried to sterilize you. In case he ever tried to be with you, you wouldn't be able to have his child. What? I wouldn't ever try to be with him. His son got caught because we were watching him, and you didn't eat or drink anything he had contaminated. He's doing time in jail for what he did. As helpful as you are, he is protective of you and doesn't want you around many of us. Well, yeah, now I understand. That's also why you can't live in the village and you have to stay underground. All right. You don't understand how much he likes you, Lily. Maybe they do, and that worries them. He didn't want you to know that because he doesn't want you to leave. He's not going to force you to stay here either. If you use your powers to hurt anyone or destroy anything, we will sedate you. One day, during a walk in the forest, Lily was snatched up. She was startled, but there was AK. He put her on the back of his motorcycle, pulled out a glass ball, and they both disappeared. "Rock and roller," he yelled. She kissed his cheek. They appeared in a completely different place on Manaki. "How'd you get a motorcycle?" "I stole it. I stole a time ball. And I wish I hadn't have done that. It's addicting. It clings onto you and won't let you go. Every time you glance, you want to change things, even for the better. But it makes it worse, and then you chase yourself in a circle trying to fix what you messed up, and you can't. Now there's so many people with time balls, you can't really see the future or the past because it keeps getting changed in all kinds of ways. Backwards, forwards, their time, this time, that time. So now, you're all blind? Yeah, pretty much. You're right, nearly blind. That bitch keeps killing you in every timeline. What girl? I thought so. Did you see my son? Which one? I must have killed 12 of your sons by now, Lily. I'm sorry, but time travelers chase time travelers. I hunt them and they hunt me, but now everything is up in the air for all of us. We gotta leave on the colonies, AK. Alejandro said something about a young man who could stop the black hole and save everyone. I thought he was full of shit, totally. But then I saw him once. I never saw him again. No matter how many time travels. He told me that too. He had black hair and green eyes. He said his name was Cameron? Yeah, that's it. From Colony 5? Yeah, from Colony 5. He found and destroyed all of Jeremy's vials you gave me. What if he can actually stop the black hole, AK? Then everyone with a time ball has to stop using it all at once. How are we going to do that? Lily asked, then got off of the bike and puked. You're not pregnant, are you? I haven't had sex since I saw Fan. The Monaki's king family hates me, though. One tried to sterilize me. Damn! There's no way Katama would inseminate me without my permission. He loves me too much. Maybe he did without your permission because he loves you too much. Lily's eyes grew wide. He did really have a good point. I don't know, but if I am, that boy that can stop the black hole will never be born. Where are we? Monaki. I want to take you with me, but it's too dangerous right now. That Satsu woman keeps trying to kill you in the future. Where is she? Don't know. I should have stole Jeremy's Gonza glass. I've been searching for her. Can they time travel spaceships? Not that I've seen, only small machine vehicles like mine. There was another bright flash, and a different man appeared on a different motorcycle. Yay! AK cocked his gun and aimed it at him. He opened his visor, and she saw his eyes. Bennett! You stole a motorcycle. So I did too. I also used all of my surveillance power to find someone with a time ball. You taught me some very important things. Whatever they make your part, no matter what they tell you to do, or want, or feel, always chase what's in your heart, even against the strongest, the worst, and the most resistance. I'm willing to die to be free, then obey them and live in a cage anymore. Sil killed my robot Ira. I didn't want him destroyed. It, Lily, it. It's destroyed. No, that's bad, AK, bad. It would have helped us all. It was very dedicated, Lily frowned. To you maybe, but it would have killed all of us dudes in the end, even Jeremy. It didn't have to do what you told it to. The Gonza wanted it destroyed anyway, before it started killing people. Before? It killed over 100 clones looking for you. And it would have started killing all us men to keep you away from us, your friends. Yeah, I guess you're right, Lily agreed. Oh, check this out. I got a new toy. AK pulled out a laser gun in small form and passed it to Bennett, who tried to open it but couldn't. AK grabbed it and opened it and gave it back to Bennett. Bennett shot it and it almost knocked him over. Shit, that's badass. Where did you get that? The future. It took me over 20 time travels to get that away from that guy. I almost died too. Lasers began to shoot at them from the woods. AK took his gun back and Bennett pulled his. Time travelers. I pissed them all off. They jumped on their bikes and pursued them, leaving Lily behind. AK killed one of them with one giant blast from his gun, but the other shot at Bennett. The shot hit his shield, but it knocked him off of his bike. AK began shooting at the time traveler, but he was fast and dodged the lasers. Bennett picked his gun up and began shooting at him as well, but it wasn't either of their shots that mattered because the man was shot from behind and fell. Bennett and AK looked at each other, and another man came into view. "Thanks, man," AK told him, but was surprised because the man shot at him too and hit his arm. AK's arm started bleeding, but he was lucky though because it wasn't a deep wound. Bennett fired at him, but he had a shield and his lasers could not punch through it. "Use your gun to destroy the shield." AK blasted the man 3 times while Bennett threw a handful of pea-sized grenades at him. The shield was disarmed and a couple of the grenades hit him pretty good. He fell over, but then he got right back up. AK blasted another shot at him, which should have killed the man, but it did not. It blasted away the clothing and flesh on his chest, revealing silver metal underneath. Bennett readjusted his gun and zapped him with a beam of electricity. The robot shot and hit Bennett's leg. He fell down, dropped his gun, and clutched his leg. AK tried to kill the robot, but it got hit from behind with a rocket-propelled grenade, which threw him forward. He was struck by another in his back, and one leg and one arm were blew off. The man behind him shouted at AK, "We need to melt this AI fast, AK. It's the one that controls all of the machines in the future." AK had seen the large army this thing makes in the future, although he'd never really actually seen Zoran before. He adjusted the settings on his gun and picked up Bennett's gun as well, because he couldn't stand up. He changed the settings, and with the 3 rays from the 3 guns, they melted the robot. Cameron made sure he melted the head first and worst, so that no other robots could find its motherboard chip and rebuild it. "Who are you?" he asked the man, whose whole face was covered by a helmet. "I should kill you too, for the shit you've done while time jumping, but since you just helped me kill that thing, I'll let you go this time." Then the man vanished, and AK helped Bennett back onto his motorcycle. They dropped Lily off near the Menaki village and disappeared again. When she entered, some shouted, some cheered, some scowled at her with anger. "I wish you would leave here. You bring us nothing but trouble," a woman told her. Lily was angry, but she didn't want to hurt anyone. "So does the black hole," Lily told her mind. One of Katama's men grabbed her arm and took her underground. "He's been miserable and worried to death over you." Lily went to her room, and there was a large vase full of red and pink roses on her dresser. "Oh, by the way, I got those for you." He winked. She smelled them. They smelled sweet. She gently tore a petal off. They were real, too. She lay down on her bed for a while. Then she went to her closet and grabbed a dress. She took a bubble bath and listened to some 1920s music. She got out and felt much more relaxed. She dressed and sat down to work on her painting. There was a beep at her door. She answered it. Katama was standing there with 2 of his armed men and 1 woman. "I'm glad you're all right. We brought you some food." "Thank you." "I didn't run off, you know. A time traveler showed up. Luckily, he was a friend of mine. I am not so sure about those walks anymore. What a non-friend grabs you next time? You should really let me help your people and get prepared. I don't mean you any harm. Let me help you. There are time travelers jumping everywhere. They're trying to reverse the black hole. They are at war with each other. Let me help with the ships." "I'll think about it." "Thank you." She took the plate and shut the door. After she ate, she returned to her painting. She was painting the ocean. She noticed someone had looked through her paintings. She didn't mind it at all, though. The only thing she was worried about is that if what AK said about them not being able to see the consequences of their actions was true, would Cameron or AK be able to find her where she was and take her if needed? Katama let her gather with the women, and though some of them didn't like it, Katama barely got near Lily and never talked to her alone. He was very proper, and the truth was, he was much calmer with her being there. Some of the women just did not like her, and her not being a full-blood Monoki only made it worse. She did not dress like them, nor did she put on makeup to replicate their chin tattoos. Only the first time she had come, or if Katama wanted to hide her in the crowd. Now it seemed like such a long time ago, since she had sat down with the class and began to move things. Ages ago, since Paul kissed her and turned out to be the real fan. He had made love to her and then to his other girlfriend the very next day. It seemed like such a long time ago, and yet it felt like yesterday. Fan had not only killed his girlfriend, he did it to convince the other races to start a war. She realized she didn't mind the cheating Fan so much anymore, compared to the Fan that killed innocent people. Katama let her work on the ships. She did really good and was very helpful. He pitied her and thought maybe if he let her accomplish something that they all needed, she would feel better. It helped a little anyway. She got a transmission from Gonza. Lily, Reese? Let us protect you, Lily. The black hole is slowly going to destroy all of the planets, one at a time. Please come back here before we have to depart to the space station. Gonza will be the last planet to get hit. I saw 2 of my friends. They both have a time ball. They can time travel now, but they aren't able to see all of the different outcomes anymore, like they used to. The time travelers chase each other around trying to kill each other. That's because they're all altering time. They have to eliminate each other to get what they want. I learned some of your music. I like Skeleton Key the most. Nobody's ever told me that before. I started playing your guitar because I'm bored out of my mind. I'm not anywhere near as good as you, but I'm trying. Now you know how I felt stuck in there for so long. You're right. The isolation starts to break you down. It's lonely. The Gonza aren't very humorous, Reese stated, and Lily laughed. Some of them are, but yeah, it's lonely. There's more people here, but a lot of them don't like me. Why? I'm not a Monoki, and they think I'm trying to interfere with the king's marriage or something. Are you? No. He barely speaks to me, and he never sees me alone. Sounds like a good king and a good husband. Maybe he does that so they'll trust you and accept you. Do you think you're going to leave the Monoki? It depends who shows up. There's some Satsu woman who tries to kill me in many different timelines. Then you shouldn't get off at the space station, Lily. Stay hidden. I'm getting pretty bored of that. So am I. Reese, did you and the other Satnan come from Earth? No, we're all from Satsu. Yeah, but if one of your parents was a Satsu and one was a Satnan, you'd only be a halfie. Right. Neither of my parents were Satnan, and neither were yours. How in the hell? Okay, so in 2014, it wasn't public knowledge to know how they could alter your DNA. So they can take one egg and fill it full of hundreds of people's DNA. You can even choose the sex, eye, and hair color and everything. That's far out. It's true. And then they did all of the cloning and weird stuff too. So the Gonza had an egg and a sperm that they made into an embryo, and then they injected DNA from our parents so that we look like them. The Gonza designed us? Yes, they resurrected our species, and that's why it's so important to them that we procreate. The other 2 males with me, we all met at separate times. We heard of each other because of rumors. Pretty much, if we slipped and showed a power, we would never do it again around anyone, but the rumors slowly spread. We eventually met and tried to keep those extra powers private. We would always deny the rumors if asked. Then some Anunnaki showed up and started offering the Satso big money to come here on a quest with them. But you had to know how to fly a shuttle and use weapons, so we all went. It was good pay, but he wanted us to kill other ETs, and well, we really pissed off the Gonza and the Oxlar. When I realized his motives and what he was doing, I left them. He wasn't even a Monarchy, he was a human in hiding. Yes, I know. Please, Lily, I want you to come back and be with me. Sometimes I listen to your music. I love the way your perfume smells on your pillow. I miss the sun of the hologram room, shining in your green eyes. I wish you were here with me, laughing. We can do anything in the hologram room. You've been through so many horrible and traumatic things since you came out of suspension. Yeah. Don't remind me. I'm sorry that those assholes treated you like that. I don't want to treat you like that, and I understand why you are too scared to give anything a chance. You're scared to love again, and I am patient, Lily. Except, if I have to stay here one more minute, I'm going to freak the hell out and go space skydiving. Lily laughed. That sounds exciting. I know what it feels like to be alone there, Reese. Come back to me, Lily. I lost everything in my old life. Everyone I loved. Lily, you're the only thing I really have, and I don't want to be away from you any longer. I'm sorry, Reese. I guess I never realized that before. I never thought about your life. I never realized how much you lost, how much both of us lost. I know you really love that Haffy that they took you away from, but please don't get out of the Monarchy ship when you reach the space station. I won't be far away.